Hello YouTube and welcome back into another Dare to Game video. Today we're playing Red Dead Redemption Online and we're going to be doing another how to dress up guide, a cosplay guide, whatever you want to call it. Basically, I'm going to show you how to dress up as Micah Bell, one of the main characters from the campaign. There, I didn't spoil anything. He's a character in Dutch van der Linde's gang, someone that Arthur Morgan will run into quite a bit. So if you've played the campaign, I'm sure you're familiar with him, and if not, play the campaign. You'll become familiar with him. But he's kind of a gunslinger, real notorious kind of guy in the gang, so kind of cool to cosplay as. So let's just jump right into it as usual with weapons, and he has two signature weapons. Alright, and so basically this is the best I could kind of come up with for Micah's revolver in online. So in the single player campaign, he has two heavily modified double action revolvers. They're going to be like really wore out black steel with black grips and basically a red design on them. We can't do that in this, so what I have instead is mostly blacked out metal except for the cylinder, which we have browned because his is war, like his revolvers are war very heavily. So it looks like the cylinder is a little bit lighter on his, but that's just because it's all wore out. But this actually gives a decent effect. You could go with or without the engravings. I don't think it makes a huge difference. I put them in there just because it kind of helps, because his are very heavily customized. You can tell that there's a lot of texturing to them. That's what I went with. And then obviously I went with the ebony grips because he has black grips. Now, if we could have, in the single player campaign, there are the sharpshooter grips, which you can get for the double action revolver, I believe. And those look a little bit more like it because they're a little bit more detailed than just having the carving in it. But we can't get it perfectly, but this is pretty dang close. So if you have your two double action revolvers looking like this, they're pretty close to Micah's. And I just did full upgrades, upgraded sights, upgraded rifling, longer barrel, all that stuff because, it increases the stats. But yeah, if you want to go for Micah Bell for his guns, he uses two black double action revolvers. So let's move on to the important part, which is the clothing. All right, so that's what the outfit looks like. Let's just break it down piece by piece, but I think you'll agree, if you're pretty familiar with what Micah looks like, that this is pretty dang close. It's as close as I could get it, at least as far as I know, in the online. Obviously, as always, if there's anything you think I could do to improve this, let me know down in the comment section. If there's like a hat that works better or a shirt or something like that, let me know in the comment section. But let's just go through it piece by piece so I can show you what to get. So the hat that I went with is the Kennedy hat. And honestly, I think this first one, the kind of beige one, definitely works the best for it. Now, Micah's doesn't have the bander on the top, but shape-wise and the way it kind of sits on the head, this is pretty dang perfect for it. You could try different colors. This one, or this one would work, but I think this one works the best because he has a pretty dang light hat like this. Now, like I said, it's not exactly the same hat, but it's very, very close. So that's the hat. Next, we have the coat, which this one is actually pretty dang close to the one he wears in the story, at least while he's wearing a jacket, because he doesn't always wear a jacket. But this coat, the Durham coat, and the black variant is the one that looks almost exactly like the one that he wears while he's wearing a coat in the campaign. So nothing really to improve upon there. There's the Bounty Hunter, the Wakeney one, has a jacket that looks pretty similar to this one, so if you have that already and couldn't, I could just show you that one quick. So you could, if you had just this version of the Wakeney, the Bounty Hunter one with this black one, this jacket would also work. You could just use the upper part of it, but it doesn't work as good. So for shirts, there's a lot of options, but honestly, I think this red Corrales shirt works the best. It has the same color buttons as his and is red because he wears a red shirt under it. Like, there's not much more to it. That just works the best for it. You could also use, there's other ones like there's a red one with this of the Cahurdy shirt that would also work fine, and there's also, I think, one of the the red everyday shirt. Since the jacket covers the flowers up anyway, this would work fine too. Basically any red shirt works. I just think the Corrales one works the best. Next we have the gun belt, and for this one I went with the brown studded bandit gun belt and matching holster because I think this looks the most like the one that he wears in the game, and he is a bandit. Like, that's kind of what his character archetype is, so I think it fits the best with it. So that's what I went with for both the belt and the offhand holster. And he is one of the only characters in the game that actually uses 2 guns instead of just 1, so he does get the offhand holster. So that's the weapon equipment. As far as pants go, I think the beige bandito pants match his outfit the best. I think they just look almost exactly like the ones he wears in the campaign, so they fit pretty dang well. There's various other ones, as long as you get the color right, that will match, but I think these ones fit basically perfectly. So that's the pants. Next for boots, we just have the plated relentless boots, and now any black boots with silver plated toes would do fine, but these ones are basically, they look almost exactly like the ones he wears in the campaign, so you can't really get much better than this. But if you don't have the plated relentless boots, any other black boots with the metal plated tips will work. So these Calhoun boots with the silver tips, those would work. These Citadel boots would work passably well. They're not solid black like his. They have some designing on them, but they would work. But yeah, in the end, the plated relentless boots just work the best. Then of course for spurs, we have to go with the Gurdon spurs, just the plain Gurdon spurs, these brown ones, because the shape fits his shape exactly, and he wears brown spurs on his black boots. For some reason, no one in this game has ever heard of matching their leathers, but that's what we go with for those spurs. And he does wear, usually his collar is closed. Sometimes it's open, but usually it's closed, and his boots are always under his pants. He never wears them Texas style. But that is Micah Bell. If you wanted to match his hairstyle and such, he wears his hair pretty dang long. And he, as far as facial hair goes, he generally has the, I think what you call handlebar mustache, the one that comes down along the side of his mouth. And he has light reddish blondish hair. So if you really want to match it, you go with that. But like I always say in these videos, I don't usually mess with the hair and facial hair and stuff. I just stick with what I had before. So yeah, this is Micah Bell. Like I said, you want to pair this with 2 black double action revolvers, and you're the probably most gunslingerish guy from the main story campaign. So that's Micah. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any requests, I would obviously love to hear them down in the comment section. And if you have any suggestions to make this outfit better, I would also like to hear those. But in any case, thanks for watching and have a nice day, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching another Dare to Game video. If you liked this video, please leave a like and a comment. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you like my content and would like to support this channel, consider becoming a member today for as little as $1.99 a month. It makes a huge difference. But in any case, thanks for watching and have a nice day. I'll see you next time.